You cannot blame any of these things if you are fucking up the basics of fat loss and muscle building. What's up, ladies? It's me, Ramona, from the Hot Mom Project podcast. This is the place to be if you're a 40 plus mom looking to drop some fat and build muscle. I give honest and practical advice that you can apply right away and see immediate results. So today's video is inspired by a real life call that I had with a 48-year-old mom of 3 whose goal is to drop body fat and to build muscle before menopause. She says that she has plateaued for the last 6 months. She can't seem to hold on to muscle. The fat won't drop, she says, despite training and eating enough protein. So who's this podcast for? Moms in perimenopause, if you're going towards menopause and you want to have that muscle and strength before you get there. If you're a pretty active mom who's been putting all that effort in the gym but you don't see any muscle. And 3, if you feel like the fat has been harder and harder to get rid of as you get older. So if you can relate to any of these, then watch this podcast. Or you're going to continue getting frustrated without seeing results despite putting in a ton of all that effort. If you stick around till the end, I'm going to give you some really cool strategies that I personally use to keep the fat off and build muscle. As usual with these case studies, we're going to play a game. So I'm going to pick out the one needle mover that is going to help this mom see instant results. And I want you to pick out what you think are the things that are holding her back from seeing results. So let's play. So I spoke to this mom on the call and I have a lot of these calls. She is very active. She's actually a Pilates instructor. She doesn't have a ton of fat to drop, just like the last bit of stubborn fat. She lifts weight 3 to 4 times a week, but she can't seem to get rid of that stubborn fat and build or maintain muscle. So she says that she keeps going through these cycles where she'll build a little muscle and then lose it. This is according to her gym measurement methods. And for the past 6 to 8 months, she says that she has gone all in, eating enough protein, lifting weight for an hour 3 to 4 times a week, but nothing's changed. She's plateaued. So she's very frustrated, understandably. So let's break down what's going on and what she could change to finally drop that fat and build muscle. So here are some of the main points that came up on the call. This mom has been strength training off and on for years, but she says that she's really buckled down about 6 to 8 months ago. So she trains 3 to 4 times a week, but she doesn't follow any plan as such. She is now working with the trainer right now, so she really just puts together exercises and workouts based on what she thinks she needs. Her job is very busy with back-to-back classes, so she eats lunch out every day. Here's the typical day of eating for her. 2 eggs and a sourdough toast in the morning, sometimes hash brown or sweet potatoes. Snack is a protein shake. Lunch is always outside, so chicken, rice and vegetables. Snack is hummus. Dinner, she's not very regular, like it's generally soup, like pumpkin soup. 3 liters of water a day. Also, extra piece of information, this mom was actually part of my 2-week free challenge, and there were 4 days of meal plans and recipes, like completely different, for 14 days. And she was the only one who kept asking for more and more variety. However, she was very consistent with her workouts on the challenge. So that's everything. I hope you've already picked up a few things, because I have. So first off, if she's been lifting, as she says, she's gone all in for the last 6 to 8 months, her body should have drastically transformed. Because when you start lifting weights properly, like the first 6 months to a year, your muscle just skyrockets. So if she's stuck for 6 months, she is not lifting properly. And that's evident from the fact that she has no plan, no structure. She's busting her ass 3 to 4 times a week, putting together random exercises and workouts based on the weather. So that was the first thing that stood out to me. The biggest needle mover to building muscle is to get stronger at lifting weights. So she's fucking that up. Next up is her food. So she's eating out every day. Her lunch is outside and she's winging her dinner. You guys know my thoughts on eating out often. Not just that, she kept pushing for more and more food variety on the challenge. And this to me is someone who cares more about the next new taste than her goals. And for someone like her who's super busy, like, does she really have the time and energy to think of and come up with brand new and exciting things from scratch every single day? Add being a mom to the list and a wife. So fit moms, we thrive on routine and structure. We minimize the time that we spend on tasks that are not needle movers, and we focus everything on the needle movers. As fit moms, we know the importance of hitting our nutrition goals every single day. So we come up with a blueprint that enables that, and then we just stick with that. We don't spend time and energy coming up with new and exciting things when we've got a structure that works and gives us results. So we'll meal prep, we'll batch cook, we'll freeze food, so we have time then to do other important stuff. Hitting goals require structure and repetition. Any goal, right? Not just fitness. Now I want to use the example of a chocolate lava cake, which by the way happens to be my current favorite dessert. And if you don't know what chocolate lava cake is, what the hell? So it's basically a soft chocolate cake and then the center is liquid chocolate. So then when you break that, the liquid comes out like lava. So to prepare the perfect chocolate lava cake, you need to be very precise with the cocoa powder and the butter amount to get that perfect molten center. The baking time needs to be carefully monitored, like even 1 minute over, and the lava tones to bake cake. And lastly, the egg yolks and sugar must be in the perfect ratio to create the right balance between structure and gooiness. Yes, I googled all of that. Now imagine that you've never baked chocolate lava cake before and you want to make this perfect chocolate lava cake without a fucking recipe. You're gonna wing it. You know what's gonna happen. It's gonna look like you did an Amber Hoard on that plate. But then you keep doing the same exact thing for 6 months and then you get frustrated every time that comes out of the oven a mess, but you refuse to look at a recipe. Now compare that to if you got the exact recipe, you knew the exact quantity of ingredients, the ratios, the timings. Would you be successful? Would it save you energy? Would it save you months of frustration? And this isn't about consistency, right? This mom is very consistently doing the wrong things. Just like you could consistently make that lava cake using the wrong methods and never get that perfect result. So this mom is consistently training without a plan. She's consistently eating wrong. Of course she's going to be frustrated. And 6 months is a long time. And many of you will go for years consistently doing the wrong things but expecting a different result. Blaming your age, your metabolism, your sleep, your hormones, your pet lizard. You cannot blame any of these things if you are fucking up the basics of fat loss and muscle building. Now here's the best part. Dropping fat and building muscle is actually very simple. You just have to follow the right structure and repeat over several months or years. So I'm going to give you the blueprint because I don't want you to be stuck. I want you to see results every week, every month, every year. So you get your blueprint, the foods and workouts that fuel your goals. You need to keep hitting that, ladies, okay? Because that is when true change happens. You spent years looking for the next new thing or that perfect plan when all you had to do was stick to the structure that works. Now, I'm going to give you a list of foods you need to drop fat and build muscle, but also to have varieties. So from here, you pick your favorite foods and you get creative. So first up, protein. There are so many options. Meats, fish, dairy, eggs. I personally like chicken breast, turkey breast, lean beef, ground meat, chicken thigh, salmon, sometimes whitefish, shrimp, ham slices, whole eggs, egg whites. These are all my favorite protein sources. Like there is so much variety here already. So I usually cook these in bulk and I will freeze the extras. So I have them ready at hand. Next, carbs. You can rotate between rice, wraps, sourdough bread, potato, sweet potato, squash. Carbs also include fruit and vegetables. Now, healthy fats, which by the way, I keep the lowest on my plan: nut butter, nuts, egg yolks, avocado, oil. Like you literally just need this much of fats per meal. Lastly, save some space for a treat that you like. So 1 to 2 squares of chocolate, 1 or 2 cookies, whatever. So these are the staple base ingredients that you need to drop fat and build muscle. To add more variety, I'll change up the seasoning. So like lemon and salt or mixed herbs because it can change the flavor without adding calories. I also add hot sauce to everything like Tabasco, sriracha, peri-peri, and even soya sauce and apple cider vinegar to my rice, which by the way is cooked only with chicken stock, no oil. And you can get totally creative, like what I give my clients. You can batch cook healthy chicken or beef burger patties, healthy chicken nuggets, healthy beef chili. Like there are so many options. The only things I avoid are creamy, oily sauces or dressings because they are high in calories and they don't support my goals. And these are the staples of outside food, right? This mom's lunch outside of chicken, rice, and vegetables, I can guarantee you several hundred calories more than if she was cooking the same thing at home, right? They just pour sauces and oils over everything, and most of that stuff is fried. So create your plan using my blueprint, use the base ingredients, cook it in big batches, and you have just saved a ton of time and energy while getting results. So this is how you add variety to your meals while dropping fat and building muscle. So this brings me to the last part of this podcast, the needle mover that this mom needs. So the reason that she is stuck is because she is not following a structure, not with her meals, not with her workouts. So mama, if you're watching this, this is your needle mover, structure. And here's exactly what you need to build that. 1, the eating out needs to be minimized or stopped. You need to put some effort into meal prepping and cooking in large batches at home so you can take your lunch to work. If you don't want to eat exactly the same food for 2 to 3 days, then batch cook your base ingredients like chicken and rice, and then get creative with your vegetable seasonings, okay? It's going to change the flavor without taking up a bunch of your time. 2, get a trainer or a coach to give you a workout plan for your goal of building muscle, because 6 months of no change is ridiculous. So guys, even this mom that we're talking about was on my challenge and she dropped fat. So it's not like her metabolism is stuck or her age or whatever. Her body literally responded to the right training and nutrition. So unless, mama, you want to go through another 6 months feeling exactly the way that you are now, stuck, get a coach or a trainer to give you a structured plan for your goals. And it doesn't have to be me, it can be any coach. Ultimately, ladies, I want to see you win. I want to see as many of you strut into menopause being your strongest and healthiest. All right, so if you're not in my Facebook group, come on over. You're going to be the first to hear of any challenges and giveaways. If you're interested in working with me, you can fill out the application form in the description and comments. I specialize in helping 40+ moms drop fat and build muscle. All right, ladies, crush your day.